Hey guys, first regardless here, I'm be talking about a Shield Bash Bulwark animation cancel guide for Space Marine 2 patch 12. Now I have talked about the Shield Bash build quite a bit recently. A ton of people have been asking me, how do you Shield Bash repeatedly? How do you animation cancel on Bulwark? I can't figure this out. So this video is to help you with that. And also, since my previous guides on the animation cancel Shield Bash, we do have some changes to things like the block power racks and also just the concussive force perk and the shield rush attack on the Bulwark. So the main thing you want to take with a shield rush attack before we even get into the Shield Bash guide itself is the block power axe. Now the block power axe is the best weapon for the Shield Bash attack in general for multiple reasons. Number one, it has the highest melee damage potential thanks to perks like Cleaver and just being able to stagger targets immediately into your Shield Bash. And the big change about the block axe from patch 11 forward is that the block axe can now perform a riposte attack from power stance. Previously it could not in patch 10. And also your adrenaline surge charges from the defense type block, they will affect the total damage of your shield bash. That is a huge boon to your damage potential and one of the reasons why the power axe is so damn powerful on this build. Now, as far as the perk tree is concerned, there are two perk options here. Number one, which is the best option, is Intimidating Aura. Perfect Time Parry deals area effect damage with a 5-meter radius. The cooldown is 5 seconds. This perk is like the single best damage perk in the entire game, at least for defense. And really, on any Bulwark build, this will pretty much always be the best option. That being said, forward momentum down here, this one says, after a Shield Bash, Shield Rush, or Thunderhammer Pommel Smash, melee damage increases by 30% for 10 seconds. This is still a viable option. Like, you can definitely use this for, like, the technical best Shield Bash damage in the game, but Intimidating Aura is definitely better. The crux of this build, though, is obviously Concussive Force. This will up your Shield Bash damage by 200% and your Shield Rush damage by 100%, so you pretty much always pick this up, because without this, your Shield Rush and Shield Bash damage kind of sucks. After a Shield Bash, Shield Rush, or Thunderhammer Pommel Smash, melee damage increases by 15%, you don't lose control from heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. Now, the damage buff here doesn't matter too much, but you pretty much trigger this for free over and over, and having no knockback, that's what allows you to constantly get your Shield Bash off in the first place, because without that, any attack that would light stagger you will stagger you every single time. So you definitely want to pick this one up, and also keep in mind, you don't actually have to hit any enemy at all to trigger this. You can just Shield Bash the air or Shield Rush down a hallway, it does not matter, this perk will trigger no matter what. But that being said, you need to be careful because you cannot reapply the effect until the 10 seconds are up. If you're like the last second and an enemy attacks you, you might get staggered if you don't reapply it in time. Just keep that in mind. That's pretty much all there is for the major perk selection for this guide. Alright guys, here we are in game on the testing menu mod for the PC version. Now unfortunately this mod is not available on console currently, but you will get a practice arena in patch 13. Now for the purposes of this guide, I have taken off the Intimidating Aura perk and I've also turned on my input overlay, and my block button is tied to my C key. So basically all you have to do to shield bash spam in this game is just animation cancel the final portion of the animation of your shield bash. So for example, we're going to shield bash and then cancel it again and then shield bash over and over and over. And the main way to avoid getting a parry on accident is to hold down your shield block a little bit before you actually hit the button again. So what I mean by that is, if you just tap your parry key, you will just get a parry. That can fuck you up a bit. So to avoid that scenario, we are just going to hold down our shield block a little bit to make sure we actually, animation cancel our block instead of getting a parry. So for example, like this, you can see on my keys that I am just re-putting in the input over and over and over for a split second. We're not going as fast as we could, but like this is just for the example of the guide. So hopefully that gave you an idea of how the animation cancel on the Bulwark Shield Bash actually works. If you are struggling with this, don't feel too bad. It is a pretty difficult input at first and probably the hardest input on the Bulwark in general. But as far as like unique options and features go with the power axe on this thing, first of all, if we spawn in a warrior, the big reason we take a power axe is because you can use your power backstep riposte to stagger immediately into your shield bash, because your block in this game is an animation cancel all the time. Every time you hold down your block, as long as you're not doing like a gun strike or something, you will be able to just animation cancel whatever you're doing, and that includes the full like backstep animation that would normally take you far away from the warrior here. I should probably spawn in more, but the point is, that if we do this, like a full animation here would take us pretty far away. But if we use our animation cancel, we can just stay right in his face and shield bash immediately. So you're getting your full DPS off on top of the fact that you are also triggering the damage bonus of your Adrenaline Surge stacks from your block weapon. If you don't know how those work, I do have a full defense type guide alongside a Bulwark guide. That's the main reason the block power axe is so strong with the shield bash animation cancel. And one other thing I'll talk about is the shield rush attack. All you have to do this is just hold down your block and then hold down your melee attack, and the longer you charge it up, the more damage you will get. And the big thing about this is it will stagger any staggerable enemy in the game except for the Hive Tyrant. It used to be able to stagger the Hive Tyrant over and over, but like even the enraged enemies, you are able to just trigger your damage buffs like Mercer's Resolve off of this and then stagger them immediately, or just, you know, in that case, do a trillion damage to them. But that's pretty much all there is for this guide, guys. The Shield Bash animation cancel is probably the highest Bulwark DPS in the entire game, period, and with Intimidating Aura, it's even better than Forward Momentum. So hopefully this guide helped you. If you like content like this, subscribe for more. If you want to catch me live to ask me questions about the game, or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description alongside a link to my community Discord. And as always, guys, take it easy. Thank you for watching. Bye.